In this screencast, we're going to take a look at the difference between student and teacher paced modes in Smart Online Learning Suite. So I'm currently in a Smart Online file, and I'm going to go ahead and have a student join in to my class. So I'm going to switch screens over to my student. She's going to join my class. All right, so we're in the student view right now, and my student here has the ability to start this first activity. But I want you to notice in the lower left-hand side, this student does not have the ability to change the slides. They're all grayed out. The only thing she can do is this activity on this slide right here. If I switch back to my teacher screen, you can see my students in my class, and I'm currently in teacher paced mode. Now, if I would switch slides in teacher paced mode, it's going to change the slide for my student. So I'll switch back to my student mode, and you can see she's now on the slide that I'm currently on. Back in teacher mode, at any point, if I would want my students to be able to work at their own pace, all I need to do is click up on the little people icon, go to lesson pacing, and toggle over to student mode. Now if I switch back to my student screen, you can see that they had a little pop-up that said you can now go to any page in this lesson. Now on my student screen, I can click on all of the drop-down arrows, and this student can work on this lesson at her own pace. Now, one thing I want to point out, when you're in teacher mode, you do have the ability to start certain activities for your students. For example, shouted outs. They cannot be played on student-paced modes. Students are just going to get a message saying your teacher isn't running this activity right now. That also goes for collaborative activities. So I'm going to go ahead to a slide where we can see a collaborative activity like this one. And again, it says here, sorry, this activity has already started. You're all set to join the next one, or your teacher hasn't started it yet, might show up as well. Students are able to access any slides that are game-based activities that can be done individually. And students are also able to complete any individually assigned activities. They can hit start. They're still able to edit things and write on things, and the teacher's still able to go in and look at everything that they've been able to write on their individual slide. Now I'm going to switch back to teacher-paced mode just to show you that at any point, even if my students are currently working on the student-paced mode and they're on a different slide, by toggling back to teacher mode, it's going to automatically bring students back to the same page as the teacher. So student and teacher paced modes can happen on the fly. Finally, the last thing I want to share with you is just a reminder that any time you share a Smart Online copy with your student, it will automatically assign it as a student-paced version of whatever you're presenting, which again means that individual activities will be able to be accessed by students, but anytime you have something like a shout it out or you have a collaborative activity, they will not be able to complete those. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching.